Hi, I'm Noah with Preferred Physical Therapy. Today we're doing a 15-minute video. We're using some school supplies. You'll need a backpack, a textbook, and a chair. Just using normal household items or items that we'd be using at school. Just trying to put those to use during this quarantine season, making sure we're staying nice and active, getting some blood flowing. Starting off, we're going to start off with some stretches. What we're going to do is just swing our arms, make sure we're loosening up. Just making sure it's nice and controlled. We're not throwing them back or throwing them forward, just slightly letting them just swing. Let gravity do the work. Then bring your arms up. You can swing them side to side if you want. You go like this, whatever you want. Just making sure you're correcting your posture from sitting around, be on your phone, be on your laptop, doing whatever it is that might make your back and chest tight. Do this for a few more seconds. Just make sure you're nice and loose. Good, now we're gonna swing one arm up, bring it straight across. You could grab it by the elbow right here. I personally like to bring it in with my arm. I'm gonna pull the shoulder blade forward just a little bit. Feel a stretch right behind your shoulder. Just breathing through it. Making sure you're still getting oxygen flowing, opening up the shoulders from behind. I'm gonna swing the arms down. Do that one more time. Good. Again, you could grab it by the elbow, grab it right here, just stretching, loosening up those shoulder blades, really breathing through it. Almost there. And good. We're gonna swing the arms down one more time. So for this one, you can do two different things. You can either, if you have good balance here, you could grab your knee and you could grasp your fingers right behind it, making sure you're dropping down, stretching the rhomboids, so those muscles right between your shoulder blades in the back here. So it'll look like this, just balancing, and then dropping, rounding that upper back, making sure you're still keeping your core tight. If you can't do that, you can do it in the chair. Eliminate the balance, still drop the leg down, stretching out that upper back from being hunched over all day or all the way sitting up, just loosening up those muscles. Good, you can do it with either knee. Switch off if you feel comfortable doing that. Now, we're gonna stand up straight, nice and tall, keeping our shoulders down on each side. We're just gonna bend to the side. Right here, just stretching this side of our neck. Whichever one you go with. Stretching it. If you feel like you need a little bit more of a stretch, still keep the shoulder down, reach overhead, and just apply a slight pressure on this side. Stretching it out. Good. We're gonna switch over to the other side. Again, you could apply the slight pressure or just bend your head to the side, slightly flexing this muscle a little bit to get that extra stretch, keeping that shoulder down. Breathing through it. Just one more time on each side, just making sure, keeping the neck nice and warmed up, nice and stretched out. Always keeping it straight up or bending down all the time while we're working or playing games or on our phone. Do that one more time on this side. Breathing through. Good. Now this last one, just be extra careful with this. You can put your hands on your hips, just extending at the back. Oftentimes we'll sit with a slouch position in a chair. Just making sure you're pushing the hips forward, allowing yourself to control your back. This will open up the abdominal muscles a little bit. Gonna work on opening up the spine and your back. If you want a little bit more control, you could always use a table, come over to it, and then bring your hips forward, making sure you're nice and braced. Just keeping those knees locked out. This is hips moving forward. We'll go a few more seconds on this. Just pushing those hips, making sure you're not putting your back at a bad position. Good. Now we're gonna jump into our exercises. We're doing a circuit of 3 different rounds. It's gonna be comprised of a few different exercises here. So we're gonna grab our backpack. We're gonna make sure we have some weight in it, have something going, whatever's gonna challenge us. We're gonna grab the straps and we're gonna do some curls, making sure we're going at a nice pace. We're gonna do this for 30 seconds, keeping nice and tall, shoulder down, elbow in line with the ground. In between the different circuit exercises, the different rounds, we'll take a break, so don't worry about that. We'll get time to catch our breath and get some water. Just make sure you keep going, stay strong, finish strong on these rounds. Using our backpack here. Almost done. Good. Now if you have a textbook or something in that backpack or just laying around, you can take it out of the backpack or grab it. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna bring it up overhead. We're gonna do some textbook tricep extensions. You grab multiple books if you want a little bit more of a challenge. You can use the backpack if you want. It's a little bit clunky. Just making sure that we're staying nice and safe, allowing a stretch overhead, keeping the core tight, making sure we're not overarching our back, keeping the legs together, elbows pointed towards the sky. We'll do one more. Good. Now if you pulled this textbooks out, you can put them back in the backpack, or you can just grab the backpack if it still has the weight in it. We're gonna bend down just like this, put one hand on your knee, and we're gonna pull back, making sure that we're getting a contraction in our back, keeping our back nice and tall. These are called rows. We're gonna do it one arm at a time, 30 seconds on each. Going here, pulling back, making sure getting a good contraction. If you need to switch out, try to keep it even. But again, we're doing it on each side. Just a few more seconds. Good. Now we're gonna switch over. Same thing, pulling back into us. I think about my hand pulling into my stomach here. Moving that shoulder blade back, keeping your back nice and tall. Good. You're gonna go right between the legs. That's perfectly fine too. Just be aware of your knees if the backpack has something heavy in it. Just going here. Last one. Squeeze and release. We're gonna put this off to the side just for now. We're gonna get up and moving, doing our jumping jacks, getting some blood flowing for 30 seconds. Just spreading the floor with our feet, bringing them back together, raising the arms up, kind of creating a starfish as you go here, keeping the heart rate up. Keeping a nice tall posture, standing nice and tall, keeping the head held high. Go at your own pace. Almost done. Getting that heart rate up. And good. We're gonna drop down to the ground. We have 2 more exercises we're gonna do. Then we could grab our water. Gonna keep our knees point up towards the sky. Just clearing the ground with our shoulders. We're gonna do some curl ups. Just a very small movement. Feeling it pulsing in the abs. Going at your own pace. Here you could go really fast as long as it's controlled. Or if you need to take a breath at the bottom, then go up nice and slow. That's perfectly fine. Try to get as many reps in. Try to challenge yourself each time you do this. Try to get more reps than the last if you can. Last one, and we'll sit up. We're gonna grab a chair, make sure that it's against the wall so it doesn't slide and it doesn't have any wheels on it so it won't slip out from underneath you. So what you're gonna do is grab the edge of it, making sure it won't tip. You need to put some weight on it to make sure it doesn't, that's fine. You're gonna bring your legs out. We're gonna drop down, keeping our elbows pointing behind us. We're gonna do some dips on the chair. Even if it's a partial one, just going down a little bit, you're still loading that muscle, still getting a lot of contraction there. If you need it a little bit easier, you can bring your feet closer. Puts a little less tension on the muscle. Awesome. Now we're gonna take a break, grab our water. We're gonna take about 30 seconds here, catching our breath back, allowing ourselves a little bit of rest, and then we're gonna do those exercises again 2 more times. Y'all are doing great, just hang in there. Really try to stay hydrated for this. You'll get tired before you know it. All right, try to stand up as well. Making sure the blood's still flowing, you're still staying warm. You don't just sit back down into that bad position that we always get into. We're gonna get started again, grabbing the backpack by the straps. We're gonna load up with as much weight as we want, whatever we want to challenge ourselves with, keeping our core tight, not using our back at all to bring it up, just moving right at the elbow, really focusing on getting that bicep moving and contracting. Right here, try to hold the head high, contracting your biceps, going at your own pace. You can do them really fast as long as they're controlled, really slow, just build up some tension. However you feel is gonna be a good challenge to do. Do one more, good. We're gonna toss the backpack to the side for now. Again, take the textbooks out if you need to, or grab a few here. So we're gonna go overhead, right here, making sure the elbows stay in, they're not flaring out. We're just gonna go at our own pace, doing some reps for 30 seconds, making sure we're not overarching our back, keeping the core nice and tight here as we go. Feeling a stretch in the elbow, letting it go overhead, go back up. Squeeze at the top if you can. Really feel the contraction in the muscle. We'll do one more. Awesome. Again, put this textbook back in if you need it, or just grab the backpack, load it up with them. We're gonna start with the rows, same arm we started with last time, dropping down, pulling it in, right here, really pinching the shoulder blade back as we go, making sure our back is still nice and tall, not overarching. Right here, just keeping the elbow in, working on our lat muscle right here, all the muscles in our shoulder, pulling back. Almost done with this side. Finish strong. Good. Now try to do an even amount on the other side if you can. That's hard to do it with the timing, but just making sure that you're going at the same pace, not going any faster or slower, keeping it nice and even, keeping your muscles balanced and evenly worked. Just going here. Now pitching this side. Almost there. Just bringing the elbow back, fist to the stomach, right in line with it. Keep going. Almost there. Last one. Done. Good. Now we're gonna get the heart rate elevated. We're gonna do some jumping jacks. Again, spreading the floor with the legs, reaching up towards the sky, making a starfish shape. Right in place. You could walk around with this if you want. Kind of hard to do. Whatever you want. Just go at your own pace. You go nice and slow. Whatever you're used to. You go really fast. Just trying to keep the form. Keep your heart rate up. And good. We're gonna drop down to the ground for the second time. Keeping the knees up. Raising our hands to the sky. Trying to reach to the ceiling. It's gonna be a very small movement. Squeezing the abs. Just pulsing back and forth here. I'll show you from the front. Just reaching up. Gonna feel like a very, very small movement. Gonna feel a lot in the abs, keeping them nice and tight. Breathing, making sure you don't hold your breath. Good, almost done. Keep going. And the last one, we'll sit up. We'll go over to our chair. We're gonna put our hands on it facing with the back of our hands facing in front of us, palms behind us. Now grab the chair. If you want to, you could also grab on the sides, keeping the elbows in, bending down. Like I said last time, if you need it to be a little easier, you can bring the feet in, put less weight on your arms. Going here. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, go straight out, dropping down, going as low as you can, still protecting the shoulder. Finish strong. Awesome. So now we've earned ourselves our second break, our last break, and we're gonna hop into it in about 30 seconds, staying hydrated, making sure you're grabbing some water. Almost done. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We're right there. Catching the breath. If you need to, shake out the arms, shake out the legs. Just make sure you're nice and prepped for this last set. Do it with all of your effort. Challenge yourself. Try to do as many reps as you did the sets before, or do more if you can. We're gonna grab our backpack by the straps, load it up with the weight to challenge us. Gonna be doing some curls. Just go in here, keeping the core tight, keeping good form, shoulders down, elbows in. From the side, should look like this. Really squeeze the bicep at the top. Even if you're doing a lighter weight, it still helps to pretend like you're doing a lot of weight, just squeezing through the whole motion, really building a mind and muscle connection. Squeezing here. Do one more. Awesome. Now we'll take the textbooks out again, grab the textbooks. We're gonna do here, go overhead, doing some tricep extensions, keeping the elbows in, allowing a stretch to happen, making sure you're not right here and you're not going way too far back. Just right in line with your neck, keeping the core tight, making sure you're not feeling it in your lower back, just overhead. You can grab a few books if you want a little bit more of a challenge. Grab a lighter book, whatever you like. All right, almost done. Finish strong, good. Now, I'm gonna put the books back here, grab the backpack. Gonna go with the same arm we've been starting with, pulling into us. Weighted backpack, rows, pulling straight into our stomach here. Going from the side, just moving that elbow straight back, squeezing that lat if we can, pinching the shoulder blade back. Remember, try to do the same amount of reps on each side. Awesome. We're gonna switch. Really trying to go at the same pace. This is gonna work our mind a little bit too, making sure that we're matching up to the 30 seconds, doing the same reps, same pace, making it even on each side. Really trying to fix any muscle imbalances that we have. Alrighty, almost done. And then we have 3 more exercises and we can call it a day. And good. We're gonna throw these to the side. We're all done with that. We're gonna get our jumping jacks in. Again, doing the starfish. Jumping out as the legs go out, arms go up. Legs come in, arms go down. If you need to do smaller ones, perfectly fine. Whatever you wanna do to keep that heart rate going. Heart rate up. Doing good, just breathing through it. Almost there. And finish strong, one more. Good. Gonna drop down to the ground one last time. Knees up. Make sure you get down there nice and safe. Fingers towards the ceiling. Gonna crunch at our own pace. You need to take a break. Breathe. Go up and down. Doing the same thing or going really fast. Trying to build those abdominal muscles. Keep the tension on them. Make yourself nice and strong for other activities throughout the day. Able to fix some posture, finish strong. Awesome. Our last one, we're gonna sit up. We're gonna get to our chair. Gonna put our hands right behind us. Making sure it's like up against the wall, doesn't have any wheels, don't want it slipping out. That make it very difficult. Gonna go down, making sure the shoulders don't shrug too much. Just keeping the shoulders nice and check, in place. It's gonna feel like a very small movement sometimes. Just bend the elbows. These are called dips. We're working on your tricep strength. It's gonna help you with push-ups. It's really anything. And good, we finished strong there. Make sure you grab some water, stay hydrated, stay active. Try to do this again, challenge yourself, up the weight, do more reps if you can. And then you could use everyday items, just like this. You did great. See you next time.